Hi everyone. So I know I haven't done a video in a while. I've just been like super busy this summer, working and everything. But I figured I'd do one here today because it's the first snowfall of the year. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of plowing. And the first plow that you do is always a little different than just any regular plow. So I'll kind of show you a little bit of that. Now, because this is the first snowfall, and I just put fresh topsoil down here, I don't want to be scraping it like forwards like that. So what I want to do for scrape off 100% of the snow anyways, so you might as well just accept that fact and pack down an intentional ice layer. Yeah, you can I'm just gonna back blade this for you so it's nice and flat. Nothing I'm gonna hit under there. Okay. get the back wheels sort of more in the movement. figured I'd add a little more to this video since it's winter and I'm kind of bored now, so maybe I'll get back into doing the videos more. But what I'm working on today is repairing my old knee pads. Now it's a nice cold day, perfect day to be working inside the shop. So I'll keep the stove going and we'll get to work. Now these are 4 years old. I bought these right after my truck got stolen and I lost my other ones. And they've definitely, you know, seen a lot of use. The one strap sort of came apart, so I just duct taped it, but this was only, you know, a few days ago, and that's obviously not a good fix. So initially I thought, oh, just buy new knee pads, but you know, they're kind of expensive and it's hard to find the real leather ones anymore. Like, they started moving to this fake leather and they stay square like that. They don't mold. These are the exact same knee pads, by the way. And I'm thankful that they're still real leather, so that's good. I'll just keep these as a backup. But I guess what's sort of more important with these is I'm gonna try to repair this strap. So with the new ones, I'll have a template for a strap. And I got myself some leather. This actually matches really good. I just kind of had to guess because I don't know how to measure leather or anything, but it's the same thickness. The ad online said this was 1 inch thick, but it's actually more like 1 3/16 inch and a quarter. Like, it's quite a bit bigger, so I'll have to kind of cut it down to get it to match so it'll fit into that buckle. But that's all right. So I guess I'll start by drilling out these rivets. Now, I'm by no means a professional leather worker or anything. This is just me trying to do this by myself here. So I've never really worked with leather before, so we'll see how it goes. Sure I'm working on the right knee pad. I don't know how far. I might need a slightly bigger drill bit actually. This one doesn't seem to be quite enough. I used to have my drill bits organized better, but went down a bumpy road and the case spilt everywhere in the trailer, and I did not feel like reorganizing them all, so I just put them in this little jar here. I mean, it works. We manage with it. This one might be too big. I can't really get it centered. We'll just keep trying this one, I guess, or this one here might be a little bigger actually. Kind of got that one. I'll just need to sort of work it out of there, but that back one is still holding up pretty good, so I better get on that one. Want to spin in there. Definitely loosened it. I'm gonna grab a pair of pliers and see if I can't hold that in place. Okay, so I finally got this off, just sort of loosened up the backs of them there. Now I'm going to take my leather punching tool and just kind of clean up these holes a bit, just get them back to the right size for the rivets, because I can tell that they're kind of swollen. I got these Chicago screws here, and when I put the new piece on, they'll just slip through like that, and then they just got a screw in the back rather than an actual rivet. They should never come undone, and that way if I ever have to replace the straps again, that'll be an easy solution. Now this strap, it might have a year or two life left in it. It's not nearly as bad as this one was. I'm not sure why they wear so much differently, but I'll just leave this one for now, and if I ever have to replace it, it'll be simple enough. So now I will get this sort of figured out, what I need in terms of length. I'll probably get that on a flatter surface, get a Sharpie here. Try to make it the same, just so it's not too confusing. Right about there will be where we need to cut it at. Now, I don't know how you really cut leather. I'm sure there's proper tools and everything, but I'm probably just gonna try to square it off with my knife here. Score it and see how that works, I guess. A sharp blade should. Oh yeah, I like that. That works really well. Okay, so that's the length that I need. Now, I should rip it down to an inch first. Now this piece of the combination square is exactly 1 inch wide. So I'll just line that up with the edge like that. And just score it down. This blade is nice and sharp, so move it down to the other end. Have an actual 1 inch piece that's the exact same size as that strap. Now I will want to put this taper onto the end, so I'll just, I probably don't even need to trace it. I can just trace it with the knife, score it like that. So I don't cut into the other strap, should be fine. There. Sort of a nice taper. Definitely a home job, but that, oh, I guess it matches that one. That's the one I traced. Okay, now mark the location of my holes. This is kind of easier than I was anticipating it to be. difference, but maybe I should actually use the right hand. Or no, that is I was using the right one. Line our ends up here. Make sure it's centered. I only ever use like 2 or 3 of these holes, but just to make it look proper, we'll do them all. Okay, now the punch we need, I have it set to the right one, I believe, yes. Okay, now we'll just sort of go through and punch these holes. Okay, that'll all just feed out the top. I had to buy a brand new one of these because I knew I had one somewhere, but do you think I could find it? Absolutely not. Now that matches the factory strap, and just to make sure works nice, slips into there. That pin goes nicely into the holes, just like that. Yeah, now I got this darker kind of leather so it would match the already weathered knee pads. I could have got the lighter stuff, but then that would have looked kind of goofy. At least this, it won't really look like that much of a repair. Now, I should find out where these holes go. How far in was that? Not terribly far. I guess I'll just kind of stuff this into there. Right about there, I'm thinking. Mark the holes with the Sharpie. And then I want the flat head part to be on the outside so it just looks like a regular rivet. This is where this might get kind of tricky, especially for this back one, just because, or actually, I think that's gonna work perfect. I just don't know how to spin the screw. Yeah, this might be a little bit challenging. Almost need like a right angle screwdriver or something. Just because this padding is right in the way. Oh, I see what I'm doing wrong. These straps are supposed to be up on the front with this particular design. I can't get that through the hole again. How did I do that the first time? Okay, I'm gonna try to figure this out and I'll be back once I do. Okay, I got that back one figured out. It's in there. So now the front one should be a lot easier because I've actually got room to work. So then I can just pop that through and take the threaded end here with the screw head on it. Try not to cross thread it. It was super hard not to get the back one to cross thread just because it was so, I couldn't get it square on. Like, is that turning in my hand? I can't even tell. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. And I might need to just try to tighten those a little bit more, but that is basically the finished product. And then strap goes in through just like how it should. Now we'll try it on, make sure I like the way it fits. Perfect, just like the original. Make sure the other one is sort of symmetrical. Make sure that, yeah, the tightness is relatively the same on both those settings. Now I kind of wanted to show you why, like, I wanted to salvage these old ones so bad. So it took 4 years to get these, you know, kind of broken into where they're at. I mean, they've looked like this for a couple of years, but it takes a good year and a lot of work to get these chunky ones to be broken in the same way. And just because they're so square, like they're definitely meant for the kneeling position. But if you're trying to walk around with these, it's just super uncomfortable. That's why I never liked wearing knee pads at the start. But, you know, it saves your pants and your knees and everything. But yeah, these are just really comfortable and I didn't want to give them up, so got them repaired. Now it looks like we have some more snow on our hands here just as I finish plowing. But anyways, thanks for watching. I got all winter, well, I say that now, but I know I'm gonna have a lot of work this winter. But for now I'm just sort of sitting back and relaxing for a little bit, let the cold weather kick in. But yeah, I've got a year and a half worth of videos that I have to put out yet, so I'll try to work on that when I'm bored, I guess. And yeah, so stay tuned for more content and we'll see you guys soon.